And welcome to Advanced Shouting alongside Dan Petru and Michael Vartan. My name is Noel Fogelman. Be sure to subscribe to all the channels on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Now we have a Twitter account at Advanced Shouting. No G. Shouting. I guess Advanced Shouting was taken. So
Shouting. Wait, what happened? The G was taken?
It was G, yeah. So we
how hip.
I'll have to stick Vartan on the person who has that account. It's not going to
be Shouting.
But yeah, we have a busy show. But let's get to our first guest. She's a trailblazer in all sports. 28 years ago, she made her first, became the first woman to play a professional hockey game, like with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And she's written a book. Her children's book comes out in October. Documentary about her. Let's bring her on. Manon Rheaume.
Hi.
Manon, how are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
So Manon and I go. We don't go way back, but we actually played together on the same sheet of ice once upon a time in Salt Lake City for Luke and Stacia Robitaille's charity event, Echoes of Hope. And that was one of the highlights of my career, to get to shoot on an NHL goalie. So, that was really kind of fun.
That was a lot of fun. They always have great event for a few years in a row, and I always enjoy going there.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Were you there the day Linda Cohen was in net?
Yes, I played out that time.
Okay. So
one time I played goalie. The rest of the time I was always out. Every goalie's dream to score a goal. So as much as I can.
Funny story. Linda was my goalie in the Plainville Rec League I used to play in for ESPN. She was our goalie, and during warm-ups, she had this horrible Rangers mask. And being an Islanders fan, I hated it. And during warm-ups, I'd always buzz a couple right by her ear hole, and she used to get so mad at me every week. But she was my goalie for about 6 years.
That's amazing. What I remember Sorry, go ahead.
No, just that she's amazing. She was a lot of fun to meet there, and knowing that she had a passion for the position. So it was cool to be around her.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And in fairness, she's not the greatest goalie in the world, but she's perfectly fine. And the thing I remember the most about that event is that Derek Armstrong, the ex-LA King and the ex, a couple of other teams, but he gets so pumped up for these events. Like, he doesn't take the pedal off the he's just full on. In warm-ups, he was just firing shots at her head, and I was like, Army, Jesus, settle down. She was, I don't know how old she was at the time.
I think guys have a hard time having a girl stuffing the puck, so they try harder. That's what I face in Tampa. I know that every guy's in training camp wanted to score, and same thing when I played, so I can see why.
Right. So it was 28 years ago this week where you made history. Was that day any different for you? Did you prepare any different, or was it just like a normal preparation day?
It was not a normal preparation day. It was a lot more nerve-wracking that I never experienced before. I always say the walk from my locker room to the ice, that walk, it's probably the moment I was the most nervous in my entire life. I felt like my heart's going to come out of my chest. But the cool thing is, as soon as I stepped on the ice, the butterfly went away, and I was just in my happy place, and I just started playing the game like it was any other game. And it's probably the quickest 20 minutes I ever played. Like, the energy, just to be part of it went so fast.
That's amazing. I can't even imagine how thrilling it must have been.
Yeah, and also right away we got a power play, and I'm thinking, seriously? But I got 2 or 3 shots in a row on that power play, and it really got me into the game and give confidence to the player on my team. And they were working so hard the entire time. Like, they wanted me to do well, and I know they did extra that game, and it was amazing to have that support.
Who was it? I don't know. I have no idea. I want to say, did you play was it St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis Blues. So Brett Hall, Brendan Shannon, all those guys were there. And that's one of the things they said when they set up the game. They didn't know who they're going to dress. And usually they dress like rookies. But when they came there, Tampa, they had a lot of veterans on their roster. So I think we changed our roster before the game because they think we need to make sure we match up with them.
So what is that like? So obviously you get in the game, you have to kill a penalty right off the bat, and you have Brett Hull sitting on the faceoff circle.
First of all, when you're playing a game, you don't know what's in front of you. You just see the players and you just focus on your game. And like I said, when I stepped on the ice and started playing, I did not. It was not like I was not like thinking I'm playing in an NHL game and look at those guys against me. It's just out there and playing the game and do the best I can.
Yeah, just a game you've been playing your whole life, and it was just, I'm not going to say it was just another game, because it wasn't, but your nerves probably calmed down a little bit, and all the hoopla before was gone, and now you were just playing hockey.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
What was it like after the game? I mean, obviously, sorry, Michael.
Danny, hold on. My audio is terrible, and I just want to make sure that it's not terrible for anyone else. Do you guys hear everything okay?
You're a little crackly.
Yeah.
Why don't you log off and come back in?
Log out and come back in?
Yeah, try that. Yeah, that's my technical solving for everything.
I'll be right back.
So, okay. So after the game, obviously there was quite a media presence there. How was it? What was more difficult or nerve-wracking? Getting on the ice and dealing with the game, or then dealing with the media scrum afterwards?
Before the game, that's probably the most nerve-wracking I was. And the cool thing is, after my first period, I remember going back on the ice and skating around, and having players from the other team, Stefan Cantel from the Blues, was skating by me, and he said, "Great job." And it was so cool to hear that from a player from the other team. So that made me feel good. And then, the period was 2-2 when I left the game. So it was nice to be on a tie game. And the media after, it was difficult for me because I was French. I'm still French, but first language. And my English was not as good. So one, I had to understand what they were saying and just try to come up with the answer. That was harder than just facing the media. So just to try to deal with the language barrier there.
Now, could you imagine if you made your debut now in the age of social media, how crazy it would have been, now as opposed to it was 28 years ago?
Yeah, I always said that. Like, it's such a different. I've been doing a lot of interviews lately, the last 5 years, and the way my story is portrayed now versus back then in '92 is such a different way. It's the same story, but it's presented a different way. Back then, people were focusing on, it was a publicity thing. Tampa Bay was a new team, so they wanted to get publicity, and now it's more about the performance. Like, so people doesn't realize it's. When they allowed me to play, like when they said you're going to start an exhibition game, it's because I had a great camp. Without me having a great camp, there's no way in the world they would have me play an exhibition game. Like, we started right away with the mini tournament, and I remember my first game in the mini tournament. I did not allow any goal in 14 shots, and after the entire tournament, I was the third in the best average and all the goaltender there. So that's a decision to put me in an exhibition game, but nobody was talking about that. They were rather talking about the fact that I was just there for publicity. And now that people are looking back at the story, and that comes out even more. Like, I remember, I think 20 years later, after the event happened, I had an interview with Terry Chris, that was the coach there. And he admitted, like, he was the one interviewing me, and he said, listen, when Phil told me that he was bringing a girl, I was not happy with this. But I have to admit it, like, you deserve to play that game because you played great in camp. And to hear that 20 years later was really cool.
I mean, had it been today with all, like we were saying, all the social media and stuff, it would probably be a bigger story than the NBA for once. For once, the NHL could be a bigger story than the NBA. That would have been amazing.
And like, let's look back in '92, hockey in the U.S. was not what it is now. And
right.
In Tampa Bay in '92, like, the people there didn't even know hockey. Like, they were there at the game, they thought it was cool, but I don't even know that they knew any of the rules of the game. So now it's like, I went to them about 2 years ago for a Stanley Cup final, and when the arena is absolutely beautiful, but you see Tampa Bay Lightning jersey everywhere, t-shirt, and people are knowledgeable about the game. They can talk about it, they know what's going on, and it's such a different time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what do you talk about Tampa as a hockey city from then and now? Do you feel a sense of pride now that they've been so successful there, and now that they're up 2-1 in the Stanley Cup final, they might win a cup for the second time in their history? Are you proud of the your time there and what they've become now?
Absolutely, they always had a soft spot in my heart for them. Like every time they're in the playoff, I always want them to do well, and that was one of the coolest things this year, that my anniversary on the 23rd, that the Tampa Bay was playing the Stanley Cup final. Like, usually we don't have a Stanley Cup final in September, so it never happened. But it was just a cool moment that day, that knowing that was the team that was there, and be part of it.
Yeah. Now, women's hockey now is obviously, transcended so much since you played that game. Now, what are your thoughts on the state of women's hockey right now?
Can you repeat that? You cut off time.
Yeah, sure. What are your thoughts about the state of women's hockey right now?
I think it came a long way since the time I played. When I started playing, I was the only girl playing with a bunch of guys, and I remember through a few years after, like, I played like in the minors before playing major junior. I had to play in the women's league, and the only league available was 2.5 hours away in Montreal. And our game was 10:30, 11 o'clock at night after the kids and after the men. Then they had leftover ice, and the women were allowed to play. Now the girls are playing on the national team, winning gold medal. They have scholarship in the U.S. They have pro hockey. It's not where everybody wants it to be, and but it came a long way, and I think that everybody's working really hard to make it like a true professional league, and hopefully with the support of the NHL and NHL team, it's going to come.
Can you talk a little bit about the children's book that's coming out, Breaking the Ice?
Yeah. Angie Valero, she met me a few years ago, and she said to me, I have a project. I want to do a movie with a female lead, and I want to inspire people. And as soon as she said that to me, like, I was in, because that was one of the most satisfying part of what I did. It's my story was able to inspire people. And then along the way, working with the movie, she's a talented writer. She was writing a children's book, and then she decided to write a children's book about my story too. So between the children's book and the movie, Simon is going to publish the book. It's just been incredible. So we've been working together for the last 5 years, and we've become really close. And she's like a sister to me now. And we always joke about it, that she knows more about me than myself. Because she doesn't parents to know like more about me. And sometimes my parents told them things that I didn't even know that happened when I was a kid and playing. So that was really cool. Like, we talk about something in the past. I'm like, that didn't happen. She's like, yes, your dad told me about it.
I'm going to buy the book when it comes out. I'm going to send it to you, and you have to sign it for me if you don't mind.
So it comes out October 20th. Where will we get it at? Barnes and Noble, Amazon. Will be available everywhere.
Yeah, right now it's for pre-order everywhere, and on October 20th, and it's on social media. We have a book launch, so it's free and it's family friendly. We invite everyone to come to the book launch. That's the one positive thing about this whole situation that we are right now. We have to do everything virtual, but I allow more people to participate and be part of it, and so I'm excited about that.
So how are you been keeping busy during the pandemic?
It's been pretty busy because, like, obviously being home now and having my son, like, having to go to school right here, and the last few months just getting ready for the book launch and the 28th anniversary coming up. So with the movie, I've been pretty busy the last few weeks.
Yeah. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Breaking the Ice comes out October 20th. Get it, and make sure Barton sends you a check along with the book. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Merci.
Thanks, Manon.
Bye.
Okay, so yeah, make sure everyone buys the book. It sounds really great. And
she was awesome, guys. I don't know what's going on with the sound, but
you sound like ass.
Yeah,
everyone does. I can't hear any of you are saying.
Yeah, well, you weren't missing that much, to be honest.
Wow, that's really
what we were saying, not Manon. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Is it worth maybe logging out and logging back in, or how is this working? Are you on
headphones? Are you on headphones right now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm on just what I've always been on.
Okay, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't know. I'm really just stabbing in the dark.
No, you're crackling. Noel's crackling. Manon was crackling. I'm crackling to you guys.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. See, when Noel talks, I don't get the crackling though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
just Noel's normal voice. It's not just.
And you're the one who usually has the good Wi-Fi there.
But so wait, who would be the one to restart this? I mean, we still have another half hour or so. If the sound is this bad, no one can hear what we're saying. It's pointless. Noel, do you want to try and log out and relaunch, or what should we do?
Try. So everyone, stand by. We're going to be back in a minute. Okay. So
should we all log out and relaunch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, everybody stay here. We're going to be right back. Do they have to do anything?
No.
Okay. Oh, all right. We're still here. Look at that. Good. We finally got rid of Noel. See, now it sounds better.
That's how it works.
It's totally Noel. And his voice is obnoxious to begin with, so you put the crackling in. Oh,
no,
God.
You're still cracking. I
see you sound perfect now to me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to quit Firefox and relaunch anyway.
Okay. I think it's Noel and his stupid, Wi-Fi and Trumbull.
Nope.
Okay, he's gone.
My Wi-Fi is solid.
It's dicey at best.
Nope, it's good.
So you sound, I think you sound perfect now too.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right. See, hey, it wasn't me for once.
Yeah, that's a shock. All right, so we'll wait for Michael to get back. Tampa Bay, good segue. They could take a 3-1 lead tonight against the Stars. I think the series is over. I think it's over.
Real quick, I'm gonna completely interrupt you.
Yeah.
We should have showed pictures of Manon's rookie cards.
We have a card segment. Thanks for ruining it, Dan. I mean, come on, please.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Let's get back to the final. Well, that's something that should have been brought up in the meeting, jerk.
Well, do I ever tell you about the cards? No.
No, you don't. You know what? I also wanted to ask her about the '98 Olympics and who she lost to, because then I was going to say, "Hey, America," because we got nothing else going on for us right now down here. We can't even go to Canada.
No, they don't want us at all.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So tonight.
All right. So yeah, actually, the hockey here. Yeah.
Let's talk some hockey. Lightning.
Michael's been canceled.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're going to win tonight. I think that this series is over. I think Khudobin's back to being Anton Khudobin.
I don't think it has so much to do with Khudobin. I think it has to do with Tampa.
Yeah, the talent level is, far.
It's just off look. This team deserves to win the Stanley Cup, and not that if Dallas won, it wouldn't be a great story.
It'd be a great story.
Tampa is the best team in the league.
Absolutely, and the fact that they got anything out of Steven Stamkos, he scores a goal. Yeah, I think he's the first player in 60 years to score in his first game of the playoffs in the Stanley Cup final. So
I know now he's out. He's out for the rest of the year.
Exactly. He's unfit to play. He's not going to play, but he'll get his name in the cup because he played in the postseason. So congrats to him.
Oh, they were putting his name in the cup anyway. He's
I know. Team. Well, let's see if our team. Hey, there he is.
Hey, what are we doing? We go for a walkabout?
Yeah, we're going for a little walkabout because my computer says it's about to die. I don't know why, because it's been plugged in.
You sound better.
Yeah.
You guys.
Hey, everyone, this is MTV Cribs with Michael Vartan.
You guys sound great.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
See, everybody getting a tour of his house.
Yeah. Oh, is that where the magic happens right there?
Ha
Yeah.
Yeah, when Millie was still alive.
Yeah.
Is that a Monet behind you? Is that real?
No, I got that gallery for like $85.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about. You sound much better. It looks casual. Looks like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple comments.
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, we got Joanna saying this final is like watching grass grow. I totally agree.
Yeah, it's been a very boring series. It's been very hard for me to get into.
And no one's watching. It's the lowest rated final since the 07 one, which was
What was that, Anaheim and Ottawa?
Yeah, which I can understand that one. And Michelle says, I'm only here for the cards. Well, now you know what cards are coming out.
I ruined it. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wouldn't think you'd be that organized.
Oh, thanks. That hurts.
You're welcome. I'm just trying to be honest.
Yeah. Now I'm not showing you how to fight. So.
I think we missed the fans, though, because I agree with you. I mean, the hockey.
This is where we missed the fans. You're right.
Yeah.
If Dallas wins tonight, we're guaranteed a Game 6 at least. The play's been good. I've noticed there's a slight lack of nastiness in these playoffs, and I wonder if that's where home ice and the crowd and guys getting all galvanized and pumped up, to go punch some dude in the face.
And
but the lack of fans, that swell of energy on a power play when someone when Ovi's about to take a one-timer, it's just a little flat. And they've done a great job at making it this far without anyone getting sick and all that stuff. But in terms of the atmosphere, it's just not the same.
Right.
Still no asterisk though.
No, not at all. And I don't want to knock these fan bases, but they're not like, and I hate the original six term, but they're not massive fan bases. So you have two teams.
No, but Dallas is a huge market, and Tampa is a good market too. So I mean,
well, the market doesn't mean it's a hockey market. That's the problem. You could have dedicated.
Tampa's a hockey market. We're at that point.
But it's not a big TV market.
No, it's just not compelling. For some reason, it's just not. It's just not. And I think Michael hit part of it. There's no fans. There's no hatred.
Right.
Even like the Islanders Philadelphia series, there was no hatred in that. And how did that happen? There was more nastiness between the Tampa and the Islanders than that. And when Dallas played Colorado, I was expecting nastiness, and there was really nothing there. I don't know what it is. Maybe the players just want to go home. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
that, but I mean,
not. Do you know what I mean? Look, they've been in a bubble. They've been secluded. And a lot of them are all hanging. From what we've read, a lot of them are all hanging out with each other too.
Yeah, I know. You would have Maroon shot the puck into the bench. That something would have happened as a result of that, but.
No. I just think they're going to work. They're playing these games. There's definitely a lack of energy because no fans. I don't want to say there's a lack of effort or anything like that. These guys are trying to win the Stanley Cup, but they're just missing something. Like even the national anthems, like national anthem, no fans. There's no buzz. There's no, the building's not shaking during warm-ups.
Right.
There's just this, and like there were earlier rounds, you didn't really notice it as much. You're noticing it now. So let's hope. Because the league has done a good job keeping everyone safe.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can get into a more regular season next year.
Yeah. I mean, I have a question. Would you guys, because I know Bettman mentioned he wants to get a full season in. And I think that's a mistake because then it's going to push back the following season as well.
Right.
You might as well do a condensed season, whatever, 60 games, whatever.
Well, if you got rid of the bye week and you got rid of the bye week and you got rid of the All-Star break, that's 2 weeks right there. You can probably, that's not, maybe you do 70 games.
Yeah, or 72 games. I was going to say, that's 10 games. That's almost, for some teams, 2 to 3 weeks,
Right. You start the season without fans and then gradually add them into some cities.
I think so, yes.
Like how football has some, teams that have a lot of fans, limited capacity. So you do that, or you just all once just lift the gates open and have fans.
No, you got to, whatever the CDC guidelines are, which apparently our president is not.
Yeah.
But no, I think if you're allowed to have 25% capacity, then you start at that, and if you're allowed to ramp up, then you continue. But I think 72 games is a good start. I mean, I'm just on a selfish level, I'm pumped that we're only going to have 2.5 months off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and free agency starting in a couple of less than 10 days. Right. What they might do is create divisional bubbles. That could work. You just you're playing in your region. There's been talk because look, teams can't travel into Canada. That you do an all Canadian bubble. Maybe you do like an Eastern Conference bubble and a Western Conference bubble. And it is what it is for one season.
Yeah, I mean to have you play in the Metro division first. You have the Islanders play the Rangers 10 times. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would. Well, I don't need to see them play the Carolina Hurricanes 10 times, but it is what it is.
The Kings and
you have to,
10 times. That'd be fabulous.
Oh, Vegas and San Jose, absolutely. Yeah, and then Edmonton and Calgary. I don't need to see it so much in the playoffs, but during the regular season, it's fine.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But this craziness now. The awards have been announced. Middle of the finals. Usually it's obviously well after.
I actually liked it. They should do that from now on. I don't need a fancy award show with, I don't know, Jim Brewer hosting or whatever. But it kind of went as expected, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Draisaitl was the most valuable player.
I don't think he won.
I think McKinnon or Panarin were. I probably McKinnon.
I mean, but I guess you can say Roman Yossi was a little bit surprised because everyone kind of pegged John Norris.
John Norris? Is it really Chuck Norris? Oh John God. Carlson? John Carlson should not have won. He should not have won. No way he should have won Norris. No way.
No.
And I know the playoffs don't count, but Victor Hedman was the best defenseman this year. So I get, if you're going off the regular season, it's Roman Yossi, but it's clear as day who the best defenseman in this league is, and it's Victor Hedman.
Yeah, well, because he's
a monster. He's an absolute monster. He has an impact every time he's on the ice. either defensively or offensively. He's an absolute beast. It's ridiculous. I was actually driving around the other day. I was like, this is a Wayne Gretzky Stanley Cup final. I mean, because if you think about it, before the Gretzky trade and all the expansion that was caused because of him, there probably wouldn't be a Dallas team. There wouldn't be a Tampa and a Florida team, or an Arizona or San Jose or Anaheim or any of those teams. So in a weird way, we're seeing two teams that are playing for the Stanley Cup finals because of the great one. His impact is still felt like 30 years after he played. It's amazing.
And you remember when they traded for him, how crazy LA was.
They went nuts.
But it was like a destination spot for, and everyone had it there. So it's good.
Honestly, for a good 15 months, the Lakers were the second hottest ticket in town.
Yeah.
Which is insane because, they still had Magic at the time. So
right. Yeah. Absolutely. But Connor Hellebuyck should have won. That's something that was really.
Yeah, I think they, for the most part, they've been right. I mean, I think you're splitting hairs on the Calder too. Both defensemen had amazing seasons. Yeah. I would have been fine either way. I know there was a lot of push for Quinn Hughes. I'm fine with Cale Makar winning it. I think all in all, I think they did a pretty good job. The Hart one is a little, but with that being said, I don't want to knock Draisaitl at all. David missed time. He was still fantastic. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it at all. I'm nitpicking totally.
Yeah, but I really think that they should have, I know we discussed this before, they have a defensive forward award. They don't have a defensive defenseman award.
Right. There should be a Bobby Orr, which should be the best offensive defenseman in the league, and they should keep the Norris Trophy for the defensive defenseman.
Right. It's the fact that Tony DeAngelo got a vote.
Could you be nominated in both, like Hedman?
Victor Hedman, who won both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's like winning at Jennings and Vezina.
Yeah, I don't see why. I mean, he's the most complete defenseman in the league. So yeah.
Speaking of sports, we talked about how great the NHL is doing, keeping everyone safe. A sport that maybe at first didn't do so great doing that, but it seems like they're getting some momentum now. Major League Baseball, the regular season, the abbreviated 60-game season, ends this weekend, and the playoffs start next week. There's going to be a lot. They're creating their little bubbles in weird places like Texas, but regardless, there's going to be a lot of baseball all day with no off days, so it's going to be very interesting, which I think will make up for the regular season because the regular season seems like a mitigated disaster. As now that they're finally getting some momentum, the season's over already, and it just feels like the 60 games. You are not going to determine this year who the best team in the league was.
No,
I agree because the Mets did not make the playoffs. So
their game was canceled tonight, Michael. I just saw the thing.
That's not a bad thing.
They're still mathematically. They could still mathematically make it.
No, there's no way.
Yes, they can.
I
they
know.
Have not been eliminated yet.
Yeah, I know mathematically, but let's get real.
But if you're a Mets fan, the biggest thing to come out of the season is you're going to get a new owner who's going to spend money on the team.
That's like winning World Series Trophy B.
Yep. This guy Steve Cohen spent $91 million on a metal bunny rabbit, so he will spend. Imagine what he'll spend on Trevor Bauer. I think you're going to be fine.
Unfortunately, the metal bunny rabbit will fall on Trevor Bauer's foot, and he'll miss the whole season.
Yes.
What the hell is a metal bunny rabbit? Just like a.
We'll get a picture. Well, you know what? That could be a segment next week. I will find all the pieces because he has $1 billion art collection. This guy's worth like $16 billion. He has $1 billion art collection. He has spent absurd amount of money on weird shit. Like that beautiful piece behind you. What's that?
Like a bookend or something?
Yeah, like he just weird stuff. I will find pictures of him and we'll show what Steve Cohen spent money on, and you can guess how much he spent on it. That's next week's segment. Look at me.
That's fun.
That's producing, Dan.
That's producing, Susan.
Yeah. Exactly. But I mean, what might pique my interest a little is the first round.
Yes.
It's was it best of 3, right?
And it is a lot of new teams too, which is good too. I want to watch San Diego play. I want to see Chicago play.
Yeah, with some good starting pitchers. After that, I don't think I care, and that's being a Yankee fan. This season, it just doesn't hasn't done it for me. It really hasn't.
I'm a huge. The NHL is my favorite sport by far, and it's the one sport I feel still has rivalries, still has just antagonists. Just that hate.
Yeah.
Football really doesn't. Chiefs Raiders isn't what it used to be.
No.
Washington Redskins or Washington football team doesn't even exist anymore. There's no real rivalries. Same thing in the NBA. Who cares? Baseball. Who cares? The Phillies
there
and
are
the
some
Mets.
good NBA rivalries still, though.
Yeah, but they're not fueled by.
No.
I played for this team. Like if you played for the Cowboys
True.
in the 70s, 80s, you would
That's true.
never, ever play for the 49ers.
Well, that's what free agency kind of killed sports.
Yeah, well, I blame Deion Sanders for all of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Yankees Red Sox isn't even what it used to be. There's just no buzz. Although I will say the Rays and Yankees, well, maybe because the Yankees can't beat the Rays this year. The Rays and the Yankees have a little bit of buzz. Oakland Astros definitely have buzz because Oakland is just so mad at them still.
Right.
So I definitely think there's still something there, but it's not like, when the Yankees would play the Red Sox, they were always on Sunday Night Baseball. They were on ESPN maybe once this year. There isn't that buzz now that you used to have. Cubs Cardinals isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that has to do with free agency and players just moving around. There just isn't that disdain when you change uniforms so much that there still is in the NHL or obviously Premier League soccer where the fans murder each other and set off road flares in the stadium. There just isn't that there where it used to be in other sports. And I think you're right. I think free agency has a lot to do with that.
And a lot of these guys, like you said, they know each other. Probably a lot of them probably train together in the offseason. And, like I remember Mets Braves for 20 years was just,
oh, yeah.
Was I looked forward to those games even though we were their bitch for 20 years and it was really painful other than one or two times we somehow slayed the dragon. But I watch Mets Atlanta now. I'm like, I don't really care.
And Mets Phillies have no buzz. Like, how do those teams not hate each other?
Like
I know.
We mentioned it before with the fans, the final. I think it's the fans.
Oh yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it too. Absolutely.
Even if, Yankees Red Sox, the Red Sox are still the worst team. The Yankees beat them like 10, 12 games in a row. It would still be buzzing the crowd, and I think that
a little, but you have a lot of teams now that just are ripping apart their team. Like the MLB has probably 10 teams that are trying to win the World Series every year, and 20 teams that are just completely rebuilding.
Right. Exactly.
Now you mentioned 10 teams trying to compete. This year 8 teams are both big in each league, and I guess Rob Manfred, who is not getting Commissioner of the Year by any stretch,
and never coming on this show.
Yeah,
neither is Ron Francis.
Yeah, Ron Francis. Oh, there you go. Ron Francis. Fuck Ron Francis. We'll get that in there. So they want to extend the playoffs. I guess moving forward, the owners surprisingly love the concept because it gives them more revenue, but it's not good. I'm personally, I think it's way too many teams as it is now.
As a Mets fan, I'm all for it.
You still can't make the playoffs.
I know.
I think you're close, though. No, I think you're close, though. You just need the owner to spend the money the right way. You guys are close to being very good.
We are. Listen, Syndergaard had fucking Tommy John.
Yeah.
Stroman walked on the team because he's going to be a free agent next year.
Yep, Cespedes too. See ya.
Cespedes, good riddance, by the way. So,
But that opened up a spot for Dom Smith.
Yeah, no, for sure, and he's been great.
And Conforto had a great year, and McNeil's a nice player. Alonso struggled, but he'll still be fine. It's 100%. Like there's so many good young pieces in place there.
And baseball really, at the end of the day, still is about pitching, and our pitching.
It is.
I mean, what happened to Steven Matz? What happened to that kid? And look at, Wheeler is killing it in Philadelphia, although his last outing wasn't great. But
you do miss him, though.
Right.
Yeah, we do.
We get a comment from Rob. He said, "How's Wheeler?" Laughing my ass off. So. But, I don't think the Mets are going to pay him $20 million.
Well, I'm just excited to see some of these new teams that we have. Like, I'm so happy for San Diego and the Padres, Slam Diego. I can't wait to see them in the playoffs. I can't wait to see the Chicago White Sox. The Twins are a fun watch. And you know what? Like, even though they're in the same division, the Rays are just a great story of how to run a professional sports team on a small budget. And they do it successfully every year. So I would love to see them have success.
And it would be great for them to beat a team like the Yankees.
But
yeah, sure.
But I basically root for the Mets and whoever's playing the Yankees.
Yeah,
that's not true. That's not true. Just for the regulars.
Yeah, small market team to win the World Series.
What's that?
Who was the last small market team to win the World Series? We always applaud the A's for doing it right.
Arizona.
They had spent a lot of money that year.
They spent a ton of money. The Marlins.
How about the Marlins as a wild card?
The second time, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they traded all the players who won the World Series in '97. They got those guys. They couldn't afford them. And they traded them again.
The White Sox.
That team is stacked too.
That team was stacked. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Were the Phillies
probably
stacked?
The Marlins or maybe the Angels, the early 2000 Angels.
The Angels are stacked too.
Yeah, they spent a ton of money. Yeah, I don't know.
How about
I know the Royals when they beat the Mets.
Oh, that's right.
2015.
What do you expect?
Come on, the Mets had a good. We were heavily favored in that World Series, and we should.
Error after error, they fumbled away that series.
We lost that World Series. Thank you for reminding me. Can we move on to football or something else?
Or are we going? We going football? Or are we going trivia? What are we doing?
Let's talk football because Bartend's Raiders are 2-0.
No, I mean, use it while you got it, kind of thing.
Yeah, my football season was over 10 years ago. So.
Is it weird for you? It's weird, obviously, because they, do you still feel the same way about the Raiders, even though they play in Las Vegas now?
I don't. My fandom is diminished by I'd say a good 25%. I still like some of the players. This is going to sound so childish, but one of my reasons for loving the Raiders so much as a kid was their uniform. I just thought it's the coolest in all of football, and they're one of the few teams in football that hasn't changed it at all, basically.
Right? No, they haven't.
Yeah. I've just never been a Derek Carr fan since he came on board. And to his credit, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, he had a great, basically almost MVP season. Got hurt before the playoffs where they lost to the Texans, I believe. And I really believe they would have won that game with him in it. But he's never been the same. And very small sample size. They're 2-0. But he's looking like, okay, there's a little bit of spark back in his game, and he's finding his targets. He's got that speedster they drafted in, I think, 10th pick or whatever. Higgins the third or whatever his name is. But yeah, I'm not as passionate as I used to be, and it is weird seeing them in Las Vegas. I don't really care. That stadium, though.
Yeah.
Stadium.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the Chargers and the Rams stadium.
Yeah. But I'm actually glad that there were no fans at the Raiders stadium because we got to see what the actual stadium looks like, and it does look like Darth Vader's mothership. Yeah. It's so perfect for the Raiders, Yeah. I was joking with I think I told you guys this via text or maybe when we spoke the other day. It's like if the Raiders go to the Super Bowl in their first year in Vegas after the Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup Final in their first year in Vegas, there's some weird mojo going on in that city. Yeah. I don't think they will. But yeah, I put it this way. I support them. I'm just not rooting for them as hard as if they end up having a 9-7 season, I don't really care.
If they go 14-2?
I still don't really care.
Okay, I get it. When a team moves, it does something to you. I understand completely. Yeah. And even though you can still watch every game, it does something to you.
Yeah. Like if the Mets move to, I don't know, fucking say any city, Seattle, no, Nashville. That would be a break of all breaks because there's so much tradition, and I think because the Raiders moved from Oakland to LA, then back to Oakland, it's been kind of like okay, so this team moves around a little bit. It's not they don't have that foundation that a lot of NFL teams have. So I'm okay with the move, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was heartbroken when the Jets moved from Queens to Jersey. So that was heartbroken.
Was it really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Joanna has a great comment here. She says, Death Star, Bartan. Darth Vader's mothership is the Death Star. Come on, dude. There's a lot of nerds on this show. Have you seen the Star Wars movies? Have you seen them all?
Me?
Yeah.
I saw the first 3 and the last 3, not those middle 3 that were garbage.
Okay, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. But all right. You just gotta be comes to Star Wars, people want the accuracy, so we just want to make sure we're good.
Right. Yeah. And it was Star Destroyer, but okay.
You would be good in The Mandalorian, I think.
I'd be good on a Hallmark movie who's willing to pay me at this point.
You should do that. No, dude, seriously.
There's no
women love the Hallmark Channel, man. You need to get on that.
I don't care about appealing to the women anymore. I've got a dad bod, and I'm 52. I need to pay the rent. I haven't worked in 2.5 years.
You should be a Hallmark superstar.
Well,
call your agent up. Let's go.
Why don't you become a producer?
Yeah.
In the entertainment field, because you're obviously a world-class producer in the sports field.
Director. I don't produce.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Come on. Now, all producers think they can direct, but I do help produce this show, though, which is when I'm in charge of the production. It's much cleaner than when Noah is.
Wait. Excuse me?
You want to get to trivia now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to trivia. I was going to say I kicked Noel's ass, but I lost to Noel last week.
Wait, no, you didn't.
No, Noel lost.
I lost last week. My Scott Stevens comment.
Oh, that's right. You did. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna
The
do
fact that he knows that it was Scott Steven, it hasn't been sticking with him throughout the week.
No. Tony Esposito is still sticking with me. Okay,
Yeah.
So this is thanks to my son Zach came up with this question, and it's
good. Okay. What's the question?
Yeah, name the top 30 active point leaders.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. You can start first.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with who I think is maybe the oldest player in the league, Joe Thornton.
He's number one.
He's got to be the oldest player in the league, right?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
Or Chara older.
Sure, yeah.
They're both around the same age. How about Ovechkin?
Number 2.
Ryan Getzlaf.
Ryan Getzlaf is number 8.
Sidney Crosby.
Number 3.
Malkin.
Malkin is number 5.
Active leaders, huh? Okay, so I'm trying to go back to like the 05 draft, basically.
Who's been in the league?
Eric Stahl.
Eric Stahl is correct, number 7.
Nice. I'm just trying to think of who's been in the league for more than 10 years. Kopitar.
Exactly.
He's got to be on there, right?
Yeah, he's on there.
Nice.
Number 9.
Number 9. Oh, nice.
Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane, yes, number 6.
Jonathan Toews.
Yes, he is.
I'm just going to mirror whatever you say. I'm going to pick a player from the same team and make it easy for me.
Yeah, somebody. Jonathan Toews.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Very good.
Ooh. What team is he on now?
I don't know, but he's still active. Montreal?
No, Capitals.
Oh, Capitals. That's right. Yeah, Capitals. Yep.
Oh, Capitals. Oh my
shit.
God.
Just gave you one too.
Yeah.
I know. I know. Oh my God. Nicholas Backstrom.
Yeah.
Got to be right.
Yep.
Phil Kessel. Got to be on there.
Phil Kessel. Let me see.
He's 105.
Yeah, he's on there.
I was gonna say. Are there any D? That's cheating. I'm just gonna go for it. Ben Burns.
That's a good one.
He is
on
the list.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. He's got to be the only defenseman on the list, I would think.
I was going to say Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but he probably is not.
No.
That's a good call then. Patrice Bergeron's got to be on it.
He's got to be. Yeah.
He's been there forever.
Yeah.
How about Joe Pavelski?
How about him? Yeah.
Is he on there?
Yeah, he's on there.
All right. Jason Spezza.
So, yes, number 11. Actually, number 10, sorry.
Oh, God.
There's missing number 4.
Oh, how about, oh, God, I'm going to lose to, I don't want to lose to Jamie Benn. Okay, I'm going to go somewhere else. You said Chara. Oh, it's top 30, though, right?
Top 30.
Oh, I don't know if Chara is top 30. He maybe top 100. Patrick Marleau.
That's number 4.
Oh, is he still active? He's still active. I didn't know that. All right. Steve Stamkos.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. This is getting tough. Oh God. I'm not going to say Dustin Brown. I don't think he'd be top 30. How about Claude Giroux?
Yes, he was tied with
Good one.
Taze. Yep.
I hate this guy, but I think he's on here. Corey Perry.
Yeah.
Corey Perry.
I should have said him right after Getzlaf. Damn it. Oh God, he's either probably 29 or 52. I don't know. Couturier.
Oh
No. Yeah.
Well, are you confused? Did you not mean Couturier? Did you mean someone else?
No, I meant Couturier.
Okay. All right.
He is not on the list.
Sorry, dude. That was a good run, though. We did better than I thought we were going to do.
Okay, so you mentioned Jamie Benn. He was on there.
Oh, damn it.
Was Blake Wheeler on there? That's what I was going to say next.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a good call.
I was thinking Blake Wheeler, and I was thinking Zach Parise.
So we got Parise.
I wasn't thinking. It wasn't Couturier. It was Jacob Voracek.
Yeah, he was on.
Oh, he's got to be on there, right? He's been there forever.
He's on there. Mikko Koivu, who was for a team. David Krejci.
David Krejci is a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot how old he is.
Your boy Jeff Carter.
Oh, I cannot believe I did not say. I probably did not remember him.
Was Dustin Brown on the list?
Dustin Brown was 32.
Okay.
And Chara was 31.
What about John Tavares?
Yeah, I said Tavares. He's on there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So the list on Hockey Reference still had some random people on there. So I had to cross them out and do the math. They still had Zetterberg.
I think he's still getting paid. That's why.
Okay.
I think you're still considered active if you're still getting paid.
Mike Ribeiro, Jason Palmaville, and Thomas Vanek, and Gabriel.
Wow.
So I had to cross all those guys out.
Gabrick's still active. He's hurt.
Well, did he retire? He's not playing anymore.
I don't think he retired. He's still playing. He's on Ottawa.
So isn't he like a Nathan Horton type?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think you're right.
So okay.
How about
let's get to the cards real quick.
How about the fact that Ottawa's going to have, I heard today, something like $40 million of cap space.
Yep, send your bad contracts there with a first-round draft pick, and you can get rid of it.
Unbelievable.
They're going to have 7 first-round picks and a bunch of bloated contracts.
Right, and that's going to hurt the Islanders because they don't have a first-round pick this year.
Well, you can still send a prospect or something, make it work if you want to get rid of a contract.
I'm sure we'll threaten them, and So.
You know who I'd like to go the Islanders to get is Mike Hoffman. I think he'd be a good fit for you guys.
I think so too. They got to free some money up.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go, what do we got for cards here? Since I ruined it earlier.
Right. So Dan ruins this. So here we go.
All right. There we go. Manon Rheaume. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Carrying her own bag. I love it.
That bag is massive.
That is a big goalie bag.
Yeah. Yep. There's some great. I remember having this one. I love this one.
Oh, this one's so good.
Jacket, yeah.
La Fontaine.
Look at that jacket.
Look at that 21 Jump Street stare down.
Steve Smith can't get
excellent form by Steve Smith right there. Look at that. Front weight forward. He's got that's out of a fried lie. That's very nice form.
That's brutal. And then
oh my god.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, what's worse here? The Canadian tuxedo, which is the all denim, the him playing pool, or the hair? What's the best part of this?
The hair. I mean, I don't know what that is.
The hair for sure.
The fantastic.
Hair. Brilliant. Yeah. It's brilliant. But yeah. But thanks, for Manon Rheaume coming on. That was fantastic.
When does her book come out again? October 24th?
October 20th.
October 20th. Okay. So go follow her on Twitter. She's been putting out a lot of details and doing a ton of interviews besides just us. Go give her a follow on Twitter. She's great. And be on the lookout for the book and grab a copy when it comes out, please, guys.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Evan Shoutin.
And please subscribe on YouTube and all the other channels.
Yep. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend.